Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I'm covering another one of my Asian persimmons. Another one needs a little bit of spring maintenance and a repot today. This particular one is, if I can get the label off, this particular one is another Asian persimmon. It says Japanese persimmon on the label actually, and this is Hira Tanenashi. It's quite a rare variety to find in Europe, to be honest. So I'm just going to put the label back on it a minute. Now this particular one, the soil's very heavy, so it's obviously very wet from sitting around over winter. So I'm going to repot it into a lighter, freer draining soil. And I've noticed, possibly as a result of the of being very wet, it's actually got quite a lot of dieback on the stems, so there's about 5 or 6 inches at least of dieback. Now it hasn't been particularly cold, so I'm thinking it's more likely to be being too wet than actually being too cold. I mean, it's not serious dieback in that it's going to cause terminal problems for the plant, but I think the best thing to do is probably to take it back to green wood, so that I don't get any more, hopefully won't get any more dieback problems. Persimmons do sometimes seem to be prone to unexpected dieback. There's no obvious, not always an obvious reason for it, but sometimes you just suddenly find that the plant gets dieback on it. And the best thing to do is to cut it back to fresh healthy wood, and then hopefully at that stage it'll branch out again and recover. So I'm going to pop this out of the pot and have a look at the root system on it. It's incredibly heavy. I think it's probably another one that I've put stones in the bottom. In fact, I would say, as I can't get it out, it's probably rooted well out the bottom. Yeah, it's rooted through the bottom of the pot. Let's see if I can tease it out. Yeah. It is very wet, much too wet. I don't think this pot, it's got quite, actually I've looked at it, it's got a lot of drainage in the bottom, but I don't think it's drained very well for this particular plant. So I'm just going to see if I can I'm going to shush off some of this particularly wet soil, because as you know, persimmons don't really like to have wet feet, but more importantly they don't like root disturbance. But I think in the case of this one, it's probably a good idea if I get some of this heavy, it's almost like a compacted mud. I mean, I thought I put it in a good quality compost when I potted it. Obviously it wasn't as well draining as I thought it would be, so I'm going to put it in a slightly larger pot. But I've mixed a lot of perlite in now with the new compost, so that it's really lightweight and free draining. And hopefully that will suit the plant and stop any more dieback on it. It's best to pot them up while they're still dormant really, but you can see the buds are starting to swell on it now. But by doing it now, hopefully it minimises the root disturbance on them and gets them off to a good start at the end of the season, because I really want to boost the growth on some of these pot grown persimmons now and start getting them up to a size where they're going to start flowering and producing some plants. Now that's so wet it probably won't need much in the way of watering, but I'll give it just a light watering just to help settle the soil around it, and we're bound to have rain in the next week or so anyway. So that was my Japanese or Asian persimmon, Hira Tanenashi, if you wish to Google it. Thanks everybody for watching the video. Please remember to give me that thumbs up, share it with anyone you think might be interested in container growing persimmons or just in unusual fruits in general. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and obviously remember to click on the bell if you'd like to be updated on this and my other persimmons during the summer. I'll catch up with you all in the next video. Brett out for now.